Hey guys, how's it going? We are back on the road again today. Today we are in the beautiful suburb of Point Chev. This is located slightly west of the city centre in Auckland. Today we are going to be visiting a slightly more upmarket bakery, a little bit more gourmet than what we've been having up to now. There's sort of two tiers of pie locations in New Zealand. There's the standard bakeries that you find everywhere, lunch bars, neighborhood spots, but there's also some guys doing it at a more gourmet level. So today we're going to go and check out one of those spots. This is one of my favorite spots called Daily Bread. Daily Bread is a chain of higher quality bakeries doing kind of more European style pastries, breads, sourdough, but they also do a pie, and I actually haven't tried this pie. So it's a bit of a blustery cold day here in Auckland, so hopefully we don't get rained on too much. Let's head off, take a little bit of a walk over to Daily Bread, grab some delicious pies and test them out. Yeah, good, thanks. Could I grab a Korean pie, please? Takeaway, please. And the sausage roll as well, thanks. Awesome, thank you. Cheers. See ya. Alrighty guys, we are back with the goods from Daily Bread in Point Chev. It's a bit of a blustery day out there, as you can see. The rain's been on and off, but luckily we didn't get hit with the rain. Okay, you know what time it is. Let's get the pie tray out of the oven and have a look, shall we? Alright guys, now as I say, this is a little bit more of a gourmet offer than some of the other spots that we've seen up to now. So today we do have a little bit of a different item. This is the chorizo sausage roll from Daily Bread with that beautiful poppy seed crust, looking very, very flaky. You can hear that beautiful, beautiful flakiness. And over here for our pie today, we have a little bit of a different choice. Our pie is the Korean beef flavor, so something a little bit different. So without any further ado, let's get the thermometer into the pie and let's see what we're dealing with. Look at that crust, it's so thick. It's hard to push through into it, but we done it. Okay, it's looking like it's rising quite quickly above 45. Alright guys, now that's petering off now at around that 54 mark, so it's a little bit lower than some of the other pies. I'm also looking at the crust, it looks a little bit pale on the outside of the pie. Alright guys, now I've just cut this pie open. Let's have a look and see what it's like inside. First half, it's looking quite cheesy. What I will say is that it's not particularly full. There's about a third of the pie without filling. So it's looking a little bit airy in there. And if I look at this other side as well, it does look a little bit on the empty side. Not to worry. We will get back to this one a little bit later on. Let's get stuck into this before it gets cold. Alright guys, we have our pie ready to go. We've done the temperature, we've cut it in half, we've had a look inside. There's nothing left to do except get stuck in. Okay, so we're going for that slightly more cheesy half first. Holding together well so far. Okay. So the pastry, even though it looks quite pale on the outside, it's holding together well and it's flaking well, so it's not doughy or anything like that. Temperature wise, that is completely smashable. As we already saw with the thermometer, I could just completely smash that pie straight away. So temperature wise, doesn't need any blowing, doesn't need any waiting. We can just eat this straight away. Now, as for the pie itself, where there is filling, the filling is really delicious. The meat is really good quality. You can taste it. It's good quality. The cheese that they've used in here as well is excellent. Probably the best cheese that we've seen so far. And there's a nice bit of spiciness in there as well to balance what is really well seasoned filling. Where the pie does let itself down a little bit is just with the lack of filling. So I'm getting a probably too big of a pastry flavor to meat flavor ratio, so it's a little bit underfilled, and that is coming through. It's actually kind of a bolognese. I wasn't expecting this for the Korean. I'm not sure if this is the Korean one. I'm getting a slight hint of that sort of bulgogi flavor, but it's not. It's more like a sort of bolognese flavor than it is a Korean flavor. There's nice spice in there, I will say that. And look, where there is filling, it's really, really good. But for this price, I believe for both of these items, we paid 16 bucks. I'm not sure how that splits down into both, or what the pie is on its own. So it's a little bit higher. Our average spend's probably been around that $10 for two items up to now. So for that price, I would definitely expect there to be a little bit more filling inside the pie. Like if we have a look at this one, it's quite empty. The flavor is really good. There's good use of carrot. I think there's kimchi in here as well. So this, yeah, this must be the, or cabbage. This must be the Korean one. It wasn't what I was expecting with the beef mince, but it's still really good in terms of the flavor. All right, guys. So that's our pie done. Let's move on to our saucy roll. So I'm going to cut this in half just to see what it looks like inside. Oh, sounds very crunchy. Very, very crunchy. Okay, if we look at that, the meat looks really, really good. Very, very full. The bottom of the pastry looks very flaky as well, all the way around. There is no question that this has been cooked very well. Yes. So This is a chorizo sausage roll. And if you know your chorizo, you'll know that chorizo is quite a strong, smoky flavor. And it's definitely the dominant flavor in this. But it's not too overpowering, and there's a nice bit of spice coming through as well in it. I wouldn't want to eat any more than this size of sausage roll for something like this. I think any more chorizo than this would be probably a little bit too rich. But the pastry is excellent. The smokiness, sausage. The interior is really juicy as well. That is really good. Really, really good. Not too dry. It looks a little dry when you took a first glance at it, but actually the meat inside has a good amount of sort of moisture still left in it. A little bit of maybe that cheese is left over from the pie, but the pastry is really excellent. The poppy seeds add a nice little bit of kind of almost texture. You don't really get much of the flavor from the poppy seeds. That filling really makes up for the lack of filling in my pie. So, pastry is excellent. Really nice, moist chorizo filling inside. Really well seasoned. Quite a bit of spice coming through. Sausage roll is excellent, I would say. Nice and filling. All right, guys, so that was Daily Bread in Point Chev. Overall, the pie was a little bit underwhelming. Although the flavor was there, it was good. It was definitely underfilled. It didn't have as much for the price that you would expect, maybe. But the quality ingredients were good that were inside. Also, the cheese quality was really good. The pastry was so-so. The top was nice and flaky, but the sides and bottom were a little bit, maybe a little bit under. And that sort of created a little bit more kind of texture with the lack of filling inside. So it created a bit of an unbalanced ratio in my opinion. The sausage roll though was really, really good. It was a little bit different than what you would normally get with a sausage roll, but it was excellent all the same. The chorizo flavor was smoky, delicious. It was high quality meat inside. Really, really good. The flakiness of that pastry, and it had a nice little poppy seed texture on top. That was definitely the item of the two that I preferred. So all in all, Daily Bread, Point Chev, it's definitely a all good, smash it. I think overall, I think it's all good. The pie was all good. And I would smash it if I was going by. I don't think I'd go out and get these items again. But still, the star of the show was the sausage roll. I would definitely get that again. So that does it for another episode of Andy's Pie Review. Join us next time as we hit up another of Auckland's finest pie establishments. We'll see you in the next one.